Well, tonight we're following the money, shining a spotlight on a struggling debt collection program that's costing all of us.
We actually found out the state of Oregon is owed more than $3 billion that it hasn't collected, and the problem just keeps getting worse. Chris Woodard went to the state to get some answers about what they're doing or not doing to try to get it and how that money could help all of us.
With every number, every scratch of a pencil, every tax form filled out, Oregonians paying their fair share are reminded that can be awfully expensive. But with a little digging, I found out there are a lot not paying. Whether it's income taxes, parking tickets, or court fines, the state is owed $3 billion they haven't collected.
How did we get here?
Well, of course, obviously your accounts receivable are building up over time, even when you've got active collections going on.
It's money the state is already owed that could ease the burden on all people in Oregon or provide us more services.
To the extent that that we are better able to collect our past due accounts, we should be able to equally reduce the cost to the taxpayer.
And Senator Doug Whitsett says state collectors simply are not doing a good enough job.
We have the same people applying the same old methods that don't work very well.
While uncollected debts are part of doing business for any state, I dug deeper into the reports to find out how Oregon got to this point. Since all state agencies began reporting in 2001, the state's uncollected debts have almost tripled, from a little over $1 billion to more than $3 billion.
I don't believe there's been a concerted effort to really address the debt, and it's sort of grown there like a mushroom.
I found out there are about 200 people working in collections at the Department of Revenue, using everything from letters to phone calls to house calls to try to get the state's money. Whitsett proposes giving more of those past due accounts sooner to private collectors, something I pressed the Department of Revenue about.
We have a good relationship with our private collection firms to recognize that there are some different approaches that we use versus what they use in order to collect debt.
Last month, that relationship was part of a legislative committee meeting. I was one of the few people there, and after being grilled with questions,
I'm trying to focus on the people that are cheating. It's not the
Whitsett was clearly unimpressed with what he'd heard.
I didn't hear that this morning, except the report, but their time's running out for 2015.
Is it realistic for taxpayers to think that things will get better and will become more successful as a state collecting some of these debts?
I think that it's important to, even though it is a large number, to not get too caught up in a big marquee number when you're talking about a lot of business that is transacted throughout the state every single year.
Chris Woodard, KOIN 6 News.